off the saving plays.
Yeah. I mean, if OG can ever get themselves some Lotus Orbs, some Glimmer Capes or something, they have great ways to be able to counter, of course, the Global, and then that's where they can actually deal with the duels. But until then, which is quite a ways away, it's going to be really hard for them to fight into the Global unless they find the Silencer. And Mugi does not feel, they don't feel very rushed right now. Newbie's starting to chill out a bit. They still had Aegis for a moment, so they're just making sure they can press their advantage even more and just play the economy game.
Mugi, of course, with the build, getting the Hurricane Pike, and now the Shadow Blade, just having that elusiveness, having that almost certainty, being able to get the Global Silence out, and just making it that harder for OG to find him at the back lines at the start of fights.
And if
Shadow Blade.
And if you can get a Silver Edge eventually, it's super good versus Panda and Andrew, being able to dispel the Spell Shield and the, of course, Drunken Brawler. That's pretty good choice, because then it forces Clockwork also to have a reveal if he gets in the back lines too. He already has Hurricane Pike to get out of the cog, so definitely going for a nice item choice right in this game for Mugi. Ana still trying to continue the split push, but it's pretty much Ana the only one who can actually leave the base. Everyone else on OG is pretty much reserved to their side of the map.
N0tail looking build towards that Hex next. Have some sort of an answer for SCCC, but SCCC continues to get bigger and bigger, very close to having a complete Manta style as well. Top of that Lincoln that he already has at this pre-30-minute mark. On the mid lane, Morphling, of course, nonetheless. Not even a safe lane.
Well, dual lane, but
sure,
because the Lich. SCCC, they've got eyes on him bottom, but he's close to his tower, and they don't have enough lockdown to really control him. Maybe now they're... OG
fine with this? It's so hard for them to fight. Newbie are going to smoke
wants to fight here. They drew the line as well.
OG have the high ground, but Newbie, they have the numbers here. Kaka up straight away. There's the jump, but immediately the Global Silence comes out. And N0tail, he just gets ripped to pieces. He can't afford to jump in like that with the Global still at its availability. The Winter's Curse is out, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to be enough damage for the KP's own team to bring him down. And OG, they've not only lost two, they're going to lose Jerax as well.
And they don't even kill Kaka.
Yeah,
because he just 4-steps after they get it because they don't have the control, and the Global just absolutely perfect for Mugi again.
I don't know what the plan was there for. I mean, how jumping in like that? How do you not expect the Global to come out? Are you just hoping that S4 somehow magically finds his way towards the silent side? That the Global's always going to be there in response, and you know as this Brood that you're not going to be able to use any of your spells.
They were trying to separate the fight clearly. You know, the Ice Shards came out. They tried to trap the Bounty Hunter there and split the fight up with the Brewmaster on the left side, but yeah, the instant Global, Brewmaster, can you get split off, just dies in no time to the duel because how much damage Newbie already has, and the fight's already over once Panda doesn't get split off in those type of situations.
Not the fight at all that OG were looking for with that smoke, and the lead just continues to grow here for Newbie.
The Silencer Legion Commander duo is just proving too damn strong right now. 15k gold lead for Newbie. So many deep aggressive wards away as well from Kaka.
It feels like a really smart draw from Newbie. It also feels as well that, you know, obviously with OG, they did pick up that Wyvern as the first pick, but it feels like it's just not been able to do anything this game. We're seeing the Winter's Curse at this stage just because of the ice armor, because of the Legion being able to buff up and stuff. But the fact these heroes are pretty beefy, they just don't die to one another.
I mean, that's a really good point. I didn't even say that when I was thinking about it too. The Winter's Curse into Lich Armor. Lich Armor is incredibly good versus all that, how much it negates. So that's a really good call.
I mean, they're coming back here. I'm surprised they don't have a bit of PTSD at this area of the map. They're looking for another play, and they know that Global's still not quite back up. Ana does have that DD room. See what it can do, though.
Oh, it's a replicate.
Did OG have their breakfast today? I mean, S4, he comes in, he does get the two-man hook shot on the cogs, but Ana jumping in, looking towards KP. The Chain Frost is thrown back out, but OG do bring down the Legion. Can they get anything more out of this? Faith being focused by the illusions. Kaka's out to the top, does get dusted. N0tail will blink back. Look at the chase down there, but SCCC now coming in. Dying to get the big kills. He blows up one. He's looking towards Fly. Flies there with the cold embrace, but still the Glaive Pure flies through as they find another. It's a bit of +2 for Mugi. So they get the Legion, but still they're not finding the favorable trade. They're losing two, they're losing track kills. Roshan literally just spawns. It couldn't be any more perfect for Newbie.
They almost had a good fight going for the OG. It was very close to looking damn good for them. But then as soon as SCCC shows up, everything gets turned around. And that was the fight without Global. Now Global's online, and now they're going to be playing into Aegis and Cheese on a Morphling that is extremely difficult to play into. He's already pretty much impossible to kill.
No doubt. Being eyed up here, but Sentry and Ob's down. He knows the Capo's down there, but instantly gets himself out, not looking to mess around with UB. This CCC so damn massive. Stage, keeping himself ahead of what essentially has still been a free farming anti-mage. You know, Ana's not really been put under too much pressure in terms of AM progression. He's not in an amazing place, but he's not in a bad place at all. This is still good farm for the AM.
Yeah,
which just then goes to accentuate how far ahead SCCC is. SCCC has got 3 around it, but he's a Morphling. He's out of there. What are you going to do? There's nothing they can.
Yep.
At least until that haste comes in. Then maybe they've got a chance to cooch.
Yeah, once they get the Hex, once they get the Abyssal Blade, it can make a big difference, and they can actually burn him down. And he's a Morphling, so Morphlings always end up having a big chunk of mana pool, as we were talking about. He's going for the Eye of Skadi as well in the next build, so he's going to be sitting over like 1,500 mana pool. If he's actually burned down, the Mana Void can be extremely crippling. They are 16,000 ahead, but there's still some signs of life for OG.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've still got the tier 2 bottom. They're obviously yet to lose a tier 3, and they do still have that anti-mage on par with SCCC's Morph.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's just about dealing with all of them, you know, the combination of the Legion, the Silencer, and the Morph. Mostly it's the Morph, but the Globals have been playing super big factors. They defend top tower. Newbie. Well, Ana continues to farm it up, almost level 25. Almost has the Abyssal Blade finished up too, on top of the Lincoln.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And as you say, yeah, with that, and how's N0tail looking on the scythe?
He's on his way. He's still about 2,000 gold away, but
okay.
once he gets it, that's an instant disable that they can really use. The thing is that, what we were talking about, Newbie has 3 Force Staffs super early in the game. So Force Staff, of course, very good versus Clockwork, but also can be extremely good versus Hexes. If someone gets Hexed up, you just like double force them out of the engagement, and yeah, they're not really stunned or locked down in a place. They can keep kind of moving around. We do have KP now finishing that Halberd, so they have the way to break the Lincolns on the Anti-Mage to get those duels for Newbie if he's able to isolate him.
We're seeing as well, scouting out Ana. Ana is alone at the moment in his jungle.
He's got the Basher. He's trying to put a little pressure on SCCC.
Jumps for SCCC. The rest of the team coming across. Ana, the web by the speed, just blinking forward, continuing to cut the wave. Newbie do continue to head up this way, sweeping around, but yeah, Ana's out. Cuts the wave, links off to the sideline, TP's back to safety.
And he's going to go play in the enemy jungle now. Go all the way bottom, push that lane out, take the enemy jungle as much as you can. Well, I mean, the rest of OG pretty much just have to sit and let the lanes kind of push into them naturally and get some farm, because yeah, they can't really venture too far outside now on OG. If they do, they're just going to get picked off like this by SCCC with the E-Blade.
Oi, oi, oi. It's a lot of damage.
Gotta watch yourself. It's anyone who goes out there now at this point can be brought down by the combo. Except for Anti-Mage.
CCC. Such an incredible threat. I mean, what's he gonna go for after Skadi? What's next on his shopping
Can do Butterfly or BKB. He's gonna be doing the BKB.
Okay.
Much safer versus the Anti-Mage. You don't want to kill your teammates with a Mana Void or just get caught off guard with that. So they do have Aegis for about another minute and a half or so.
Nana's doing his best here in terms of cutting the waves, making it as hard as possible for Newbie to break that high ground. Creeps have already gone, fortifications out, and the push will be stopped thanks to Ana. Constantly keeping the pressure on despite the position of the rest of his team.
Super nice play there, cutting the creep wave. That would have been
making all the difference. For
sure, tier 3 tower, some damage on the racks as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Abyssal Blade depletion. TP's back. KP has to head in, deal with the push.
Hey, maybe they might even go for a fight with this Abyssal. I mean, they're still a bit away from like the Hex, but that's a surprise right there. You can really you can just catch the Morphling off guard if you do have sights of him. And it looks like they're going to be doing a group venture to clear out their woods. I didn't see if they picked up a gem. I don't. Okay, so Tusk does have a gem, so they're trying to clear that vision out of their jungle.
If SCCC reveals himself,
does have Aegis still.
He does, and he does still have the replica to go out to, so he's immediately out of that.
Aegis is going to be reclaimed in about 10 seconds though, so now it's I know it still can be a bit fearful. You get caught with one Abyssal Blade, and you're pretty much dead as this Morphling. They just need to be able to break the Linken's first.
That's the big thing. And obviously, AM himself can't really do so. You know, with the cast animation, the Mana Void, SCCC is going to be quick to get out. Before that Abyssal Blade comes in after it. Definitely need the couple of them. Obviously, the big one as well, being that
900 more. Almost there.
Radiant's
900
top
more gold
tower
for that
is under attack.
Hex.
And as we were saying, if they kill SCCC, he is going to be worth a lot of money.
Oh yeah, I mean they have a 20k gold lead. They're going to get a big chunk there.
And he's still yet to die, right? Isn't he? He's got 0 deaths on this one.
Yeah, 1204.
1204, 20k gold lead. I'm going to be interested to see how much money it gives away. It's going to be a lot.
I'm wondering this game if he goes for the 50% replicate damage. I think you should. I think the 400 waveform range is always great, but you're playing versus an anti-mage this game. Like that anti-mage is going to be scaling super hard. That can actually play a big factor into it too. You know, that replicated anti-mage who's 6-slotted can actually just pretty much kill the heroes on OG. They have nothing to do with that illusion.
Let's see what the plan is here. And what does he go for? Can't quite see on this box one.
He does take take the replicate damage. That was as expected.
As you said.
If you're playing versus late game Agi carry as a Morphling, it's pretty telltale you should go for the replicate damage. Majority of the time. So it looks like Satanic is maybe going to be the next item for SCCC. He does have the mask, but he's at it for a while. He might just still go for the BKB, I think, though.
I think definitely once you see, I mean, if N0tail reveals that the Hex is now pretty much complete, he is closing in on money, definitely then.
He's holding on to gold on the Morphling. He's still trying to make which decision he wants to make. So Hex now done. They actually have a real form of lockdown on side OG.
See what SCCC's response is going to be in terms of items.
So, also in that last engagement, we didn't really say anything about it, but we did know that Mugi did not go for the Shadow Blade. He went for that BKB.
Oh, he did
use it earlier, and he's going to be building toward a Hex, which he actually is about to have. So that can also be extremely impactful, the Sheepstick versus the anti-mage.
Radiant are scanning.
So as we talked about as well, SCCC with ways to work around the Hex, but obviously in return, being the fact that N0tail himself was the one to invest in his own, he doesn't have a lot of ways, well, he himself doesn't have much ways at all of doing anything about being hexed. Just have sort of backup, you know, maybe a Cold Embrace and a Winter's Curse can kind of keep him off him for the duration and still allow the time for him to have that primal split, but obviously in the state that OG's team is in comparison to newbies, it's a lot harder for N0tail to get something done in these fights than it is for SCCC.
They can find that silencer and isolate him before the global. That can be their big win zone to get back into the game. I've just been watching this Legion Commander replicate bottom lane actually push lanes out because it gets the Moment of Courage procs.
I bet he's getting a lot out of that, yeah.
It actually pushed this whole wave out bottom.
Easy farm. Still, yeah, SCCC keeping himself ahead of the anti-mage. Not a lot of times we'll see the AM not being top spot, especially when it is an AM that is, as we've been saying, he's still farming perfect. He's got 520 CS at 39 minutes. It's not bad. It really is just testament to how well SCCC is doing this game.
Yeah. So we've got Lotus Orb soon for Jerax. That can be absolutely massive. Just be able to remove the global and be able to, you know, switch the way the initiation comes off with the snowball.
Well, that's what SCCC actually going for the MKB, so not the BKB.
Okay.
Has
so
the Demon Edge in his pocket.
Guess he must have seen Ana pick up the Talisman of Evasion and went for that decision instead to be able to actually do damage.
I guess feeling confident enough in having the E-Blade that Linken's mounted it, he knows he has ways to play around those sort of single target lockdowns. OG immediately out with the TP from the top lane, did start to push around. As soon as they're aware that Mugi was sweeping over towards them, they're out of there.
Yeah, they saw
safety.
They saw nothing on the map, right? Bottom, they only saw the replicate for a bit. Mid lane was starting to push in. They were pushing top pretty heavily, and there was no reaction, so they had to expect the smoke from Newbie. 40-minute mark hits. We've got double rune spawning, and the third Rosh has respawned. So another interesting cheese. Did they ever use the first cheese? No, they didn't.
They still got it.
Yeah, Silencer still has the first cheese.
Still have it on Oogie. And this Roshan, it looks like it will be contested, as OG are indeed on the way over. They're going to look to try and fight across this. They have the smoke, Who's going to make the jump? There's N0tail going in S4 immediately with the hookshot. Knows he's found someone. There is KP in it, and they have got the vision out upon it. KP pushed up to the high ground. N0tail forcing back the rest of Newbee with this primal split, but he's going to lose one of the Brewlings. Has the Earth Brewling down. Ana jumping forward. Lincoln gets procced, but KP can't quite get back in for the duel. There's the Winter's Curse. Turns SCCC against Faith as he brings down his own teammate. It's going to be the Lich down. A lot of holes being blown.
S4 did not want that hook shot to hit the Legion. They did not know those into his hero there. I think he was trying to get on top of the Morphling there.
Newbee are back in the pit. They're finishing off this Roche. I mean, can OG go in for a second time without Primal Split and such? S4's trying to walk in, pops the stick charges, but immediately gets the head to jump. Ana gets the snatch, takes the Aegis, and now he's ready to fight. Drops the Abyssal down onto Mugi, but Mugi jumps back with the cheese play. Gorgonzola's it out of there, and he's back up to full health. And look at this range with the Hurricane Pike pummeling into Ana. Ana's forced to blink up to the high ground, but SCCC's looking for the chase. Fly goes for the Glimmer Cape TP out. He's going to be fine. SCCC with no vision there. Ana will survive.
That was so clutch by N0tail. The blink in right next to the pit, gets the Hex on the Morphling so that he can't get the last hit. Oh, did he get the last hit actually? Okay, Radiant did get the last hit.
He didn't get the last hit, but Ana got the Aegis and he got out.
Yeah.
Still has the Aegis on him on the anti-mage.
That's super important.
But still, as we're seeing, definitely the issue being that they couldn't kill SCCC. They just had to run from this Morphling. Ana has a DD. Looks to blink and go for some plays, but he blinks back.
The fight didn't go perfect for either side there, though, at all. No. OG could have definitely had it. I mean, if that hook shot hit the target, that it looked like S4 was going for the Morphling, or I believe for the silencer on the side there.
Yes, at the very start.
Then that could have been a completely different engagement from the start.
Overall, though, considering the fact that OG are 24k gold behind, the fact that they were at least able to get in there and steal the Aegis and not lose too much in return and still get kills themselves, you know, bringing down KP, bringing down Faith. I think they take those sort of even trades.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that they stop Newbee getting the Aegis, because say Newbee got the Aegis and cheese there, they could close the game up.
Yeah,
This
I mean,
way,
killing the
OG
Morphling,
keep it going.
killing Morphling once is already obviously proving to be a massive issue. Killing him twice. Looking now though, OG with this Aegis, they're looking to get aggressive themselves. They know Global's still down for a bit. It's their time to make something happen. Nice little tower siege. A little bit of surge of income for his teammates. Ana's like, here you go guys, I'll rain on you guys some gold. Much needed. JerAx about to have that Lotus Orb finished up. It's going to be really turn the tides of it to get those saves. Usually when I'm thinking OG, I'm always looking at JerAx's performance and how much impact he's having as these 4 roles. But this game, he hasn't really had the chance just because of the lineup he's playing, where he just gets global, then he's like, guys, I can't do anything.
Global is so strong in this game. Item-wise as well, it looks like we're actually going to see Ana look for the Distortion Blade as his next item. Bit of chase down.
So I'll be able to break the Lincolns as well so we can get the Abyssal Blade afterwards.
Sure. Nice against the Ice Armor, of course, as well as we see that stealing. Such an incredibly strong spell, even at these later stages of the game. Provides so much survivability.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different things that the Diffusal Blade is good for in this game. Not only just mana burning more on the Morphling, but yeah, breaking those Lincolns and of course, yeah, removing the armor would be very nice. Very cool pickup. We saw Miracle. We've seen Miracle do that build a few times, but the most recent was Dream League that we did cast, and we saw that.
And he normally picks it up early, doesn't he?
Yeah, he picks it up like late. Second or third.
Yeah.
But this one, you can see the reason why, so it makes sense for him to actually go for those pickups.
Still yet to invest, and we know these pro players, he still could change his mind.
Yeah.
He has it queued up at least, and so definitely.
Absolutely true.
Think pick it up for. N0tail, of course, looking for those Lotus Orbs as well, multiple. Side of OG, get it done. Global and such. In fact, OG, they're coming. They're storming across. They want to use this Aegis on Ana.
They had a ward down, so they're trying to get something before Newbee actually saw it. But Newbee dewards it, and they all back up very quickly. Bottom lane pushing in pretty heavily. Someone from OG is gonna have to respond to that one. Get that nice little juicy farm.
I mean, really.
But SCCC's coming in.
Oh,
he's got a replicate at base.
He's going for the rat play. Comes in for a bit of a tickle.
And he's gone.
He's just teasing around with him there on the bottom lane.
I mean, he doesn't see the other 3 heroes, so he can die super easily now with that Abyssal Blade.
There's no point in it. Yeah. I mean, what does he do with his slot stats? He's got upgraded bots. He's got 6 major items, and he's got 5k gold in the bank.
It's the BKB's the next big one.
Yeah.
And then you just you're gonna be having to swap items out a lot. BKB Satanic. I mean, he'll have to just swap him out during the fight. Maybe after he uses Manta, he can switch the Satanic in, or by BKB, or vice versa. Something along those lines. OG, about 40 more seconds left on that Aegis. They're trying to force something, since Ana is extremely powerful right now.
Nice pick as well from the Silencer. Has the Lincoln somewhat to get off that global. S4 with the vision, jumps in, immediately pops the Linkers, but there's the teammate play. Forces Mugi back to safety. He'll get himself back up to the high ground. Just pop the BKB. Doesn't panic too much, and in fact, what with the Mugi curse onto Mugi, Mugi may just be gone, and he is. Ana jumps up to the high ground. They get the big kill, and that's actually Silencer down for 80 seconds. I'd say the Lincoln Sphere purchase was nice, but it of course means he does not have buyback for this. And that is going to be one down for an incredibly long time at this late stage of the game. 46 minutes in, no Silencer for 70. We saw SCCC trying to react and get a kill off the way on the way out as OG escaped, but it was unsuccessful.
Fly, that curse was just absolutely perfect. Everyone just wailing on him.
Big late game plays from OG indeed.
50 seconds, there's no buyback, so they've got some little bit of time to breathe. And oh, a bottle with the DD rune. Honestly, thank you.
Double down on sorcery.
So did he decide to switch anything? He just built the Moon Shard. Yeah.
Just went for the Moon Shard.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
Still holding off those other purchases. I mean, we're seeing players that you say from Fly. I think he set up for those kills and such.
I mean, that's a big swing in momentum. That's a 6K.
Yeah.
It's only 6K gold swing, but it's the fact that OG's that far behind and they're able to do those kind of
plays. It really
plays.
is. They're pressuring the base of Newbie when they're 20k behind.
Yeah.
Newbie did to stop this. No touch.
Oh, they're going in.
The Hex. They do get it. Gets purged off there by the Legion. Wars punch, but Jerax is in trouble. Jumped on by KP. The draws there, but there's the Winter's Curse. Fly buys a little bit of time for Jerax. Does manage to set up the kill on Kaka. They'll lose Jerax at the end of it all. SCCC now jumping forward. Look at the new heroes down. There's the E-Blade into the Duke of the Legion Commander. That's going to be 2 gone. SCCC sets up with the double kill. This time, Newbie able to stick their teeth into OG and push them out of the base. Now they themselves in position to go down the middle lane. Buyback available on both No Tail and Fly.
They really wanted to just jump and instantly blow them up in some form, but that's still a very risky play when you're seeing it. Silencer's about to respawn. You know that these guys have triple 4 staffs. You know they have like solar crests and medallions. There's a lot of defensive capabilities coming from Nube. Definitely a little bit of an overextension from OG there, and they're gonna have to pay for it. Brewmaster,
No has to buy back.
Buyback.
And that's what Newbie want. They see the buyback, they back off.
Yeah.
They're happy with that. Wait for Roche. In a minute, we'll see when it's back up. Newbie, of course, hoping for the shorter response. Pressure on. Whilst that buyback is still on cooldown from No Tail. There we have it. As you can see on the graph, what a crazy game it's been. Reaching up to that 26 can, as you say, with each of these fights, because of how much Newbie's heroes are worth. OG can swing that back around in pretty sizable chunks, because of the value that these heroes are carrying on Newbie. The
one issue is still, though, like, it's anti-mage versus the world still. Sure, they have, like, Hex and they still have the Panda split, but these guys are not really scaling. They're getting, you know, they got Lotus Orb for Jerax on the Tusk, but everybody else is pretty much completely stagnated for a long time. And just look at the network. You see Clockwork 9k, Tusk 8k, Wyvern 6, and Panda only at 13. Look at those numbers. I mean, that's the 26k differential that we're talking about here.
Bang. Just the numbers we're seeing in some of these individuals. Value at the moment, 7k on the AM. Boogie eyeing up a Moon Shards next. Continues to scale, as we've seen, pretty well. Obviously, it still suffers when he has an anti-mage and his own team turning against him, thanks to the Winter's Curse.
So we've got the Moon Shard eaten by Morphling, and the BKB is inside the backpack, plus buyback.
Actually going to see OG come through, but once again to Newbie's half of the map.
They know there's a ward up there now.
That's going to put a bit of a hold to that movement from OG. Don't want Newbie to be able to.
Next rush will be the big one.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Certainly in the
she does see everyone right now.
Yeah, this is OG.
Radiant's
Good vision advantage
has fallen.
around pit. Minute and a half and a couple of minutes until Roshan is back up. Definitely formed it. Be in, quick D-ward. Control back out there. Player on S4. Go in, he hooks up there, and he's gone, S4! He's dead! Just like that, he's in. He did bait the global silence. He's going to be saying job done, and maybe it is. He is going to be back up before Roshan's there. And there is going to be no global. So S4 with the next level plays.
I guess maybe. Because Ana, that was bizarre, because Ana blinked on the high ground and didn't have Blink Up or Manta ready just yet. And S4 just goes in while they hex, but it looked like N0tail went in a hex as well. So they looked like they wanted to do something, but something was on a different page there.
Yeah.
Ana has to go back, and now, like you said, pro players tend to switch their item choices. The Diffusal Blade is no longer the item.
Yeah.
Bloodthorn is the item.
Bloodthorn. Bigger goal.
Okay, same kind of concept to break the Linken's, but then it's an even better, I mean, just a way better item. An actual, like, tier 4 item compared to, like, a tier 2 item.
Well, as I was saying, S4 is back. We'll see if they can do anything whilst that global silence is down, and that would obviously be the dream for OG. If they can try and abuse that timing. Still very hard to do so. See, we've seen during this game, you'd be very able to still take fights without the global. It's just a bit of an added luxury for them. Situations. N0tail with the late game arcane boots.
Yep, almost with the Lotus Orb for himself, about 1200 gold away from that.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Oh no, was it, so it's, no, okay. No, yeah, he's going to descend the arcane.
Yes.
River at the moment. Watched by Newbie.
He's got high ground advantage right now. They break the Linken's as well.
Picks up an invis. Sentry is down there for Newbie.
They see a DD bottom, honestly. On my way.
And obviously, as we've seen the room play at this stage of the game, it's so game-changing. Yeah, having a DD on your core 52 minutes in, it really does make all the difference.
They may actually just try to go for a jump with it.
Yeah.
Especially because he's invis as well.
I mean, S4 is back, and if there's anyone that's going to want to jump in, it is going to be S4. He's going to be wanting to rumble.
Roche has spawned. S4 continues using rocket flares so they can scout that high ground.
Ana really respected each and every time that his Linken's gets popped, he's out of it.
During all this, though, we take a look at this bottom wave. This is a gigantic double catapult wave that OG has pushing in. So at some point, SCCC does have to respond. He does have the replicate, but it could give OG a window to try to make something happen.
Ana's in bottom. Look, with the DD, he just walks into the pit and he's ready to go. Newbie, they got to head in and do something about this. It's falling quick. Kaka's in with the vision. Ana, the Link's out immediately. What are you doing about a third of the life of Roshan? SCCC elsewhere, just getting these lanes pushed back out. He's really starting to amp up the pressure on the top lane.
He's starting to do the split push as well, with playing around with those replicates with that bots too. Threatening top, force some reaction.
And this is going to pull OG back.
And he's got the replicate in the pit, jumps right in. He's already half HP. They've got the solar crest on it as well.
OG have got to come back down it. Can they get her in time? N0tail jumps forward with the clap. Kaka, he's going to have the hex removed. In comes the wall, giving vision. Ana jumps in. Oh, he's going to look for it, but no, he gets instantly hexed. Ana caught out, the chain frost upon him, and Ana's down. Newbie get Roshan, they get the Aegis, and they may even be able to get more. Global silence is out. Jump forward from SCCC as he looks towards S4. The clock's down. Ana's going to buy back for this one. Jerax committing very deep with the snowball, does get the blink out in time. SCCC pops the BKB. Winter's Curse from Fly holds back the team, but no, SCCC still able to waveform away from it all. Ana blinks away despite buying back for this. Can't get his teeth stuck in. So they lose Ana, they lose S4. Ana buys back. Newbie with the Aegis in hand on Mugi.
Aegis in. Now they have two cheeses as well on Legion. He just get instantly, after Linken gets broken from the track, instant hacks into a global, and no one can call up to really help him.
If Ana goes down, it could be game over. He gets shoved forward. Link back. SCCC with the split push, focusing on the top lane. Fortification comes out from OG. 10 seconds until S4's back in.
Dire's top tower.
And they hold this. Maybe they've got strong push with that Morphling. Safe push as well. Back up there. Does get hexed up. Immediately though, the saves there from KP. He gets purged off. There's the Ethereal Blade coming out onto N0tail. It's not quite enough to kill him. S4 jumps forward. SCCC as well.
Ana.
Finish up Ana. Ana's blinked into this. The Cold Embrace and the Snowball Saver there. OG with the classic saving people making questionable plays, and Ana gets back out. Will be able to blink back to safety. Jerax, there's no saving for him. He says, I died for you, Ana. You better not screw this one up, boy. As Jerax is down for 70, he does have buyback. But Newbie, they're ready to push in once more. Up onto the high ground, looking for this tier 3. Ana, is he going to jump? He is. Looks for SCCC. Linken's is popped. Tracks out upon him. And Newbie there back up again. Jewel is available. N0tail jumps in, looking for the ult, but immediately gets hexed. Flies there again with the save. Cold Embrace buys time. Jerax has to buy back. Feeling the pressure, feeling the heat. Knows that his team needs him. At this time where the saves are absolutely crucial.
KP passes SCCC a cheese just to reset him up to full. Then keep the siege going. 38,000 gold lead now for Newbie.
Use a blade pickup from Ana at this stage. Everything is needed.
He couldn't afford the Bloodthorn, so he needs something to be able to break that Linken's.
SCCC gets another tier 3 up on the top lane, cleans it out. Both tier 3s down. The middle rack starting to take a bit of damage. Newbie with no intention of backing away from this push at this stage. 39,000 gold lead. SCCC looking for Ana. Manta start a blink out. Plays it safe. But the wave's getting pushed in once again. S4 hooks in, finds Kaka, but there's the jump in for KP. But KP gets focused. Jerax, they're in time with the snowball save, buying them time around the global silence. KP continue to get focused. Silence onto Ana. He's being caught in brace. Can he get himself out of there? He's healing up. Can he jump away? There's the blink out just in time. But Newbie, they're swarming in. KP jumps forward, looking to finish off Ana. Ana again gets the blink out because Fly's there with the Winter's Curse to hold back KP, who gets taken down by SCCC. Buyback from Fly. Jerax is still in the game. S4 buys back as well. No tails down. He does not have buyback available. Kaka gets blown up by the Mana Void. SCCC waveform back. Jerax is there with a snowball. There's the Hex. And then jumping in, trying to finish off SCCC. KP's there with a heal, with a save. Glimmer Cape settles away SCCC, who turns towards Ana. Ana with a blink out just in time. Fly trying to save the anti-mage with the Glimmer Cape. They've got the vision. They've got the damage. Ana gets taken down by the blast from the Lich as OG are forced back to the base. GG is called, and Newbie finally seal the deal here with this game 1. Ooh.
Damn, they played so well around the global though, honestly. I have to give a lot of props to Newbie. OG just stopped hiccups and yeah, they just started progressively getting more and more behind for those tracks, and Newbie overall had incredibly good movements on the map. That first movement toward top to slow down the anti-mage a bit, and then just the way that they siege the towers and able to claim pretty much every single Roshan, it was them dictating majority of the fights. OG tried to make some aggressive plays, but the global just completely destroyed them this game.
Absolutely. Just from the draft as well, just as we kind of felt at the start, just really smart choices from Newbie. That last pick Morphling, yeah, and the decision with the lanes working out perfectly, and as you said, that the global silences were absolutely crucial and really put a stop to what OG wanted to do. And this is something that we've seen time and time before. We see games where OG comes in and they will ban out that silencer because it just puts such a hole in the way that they play as a team.
Especially if there's something like that in the first two, like the Legion or the Batrider. I think that's going to be big indicators now. If teams do choose those two like big initiators like that, they're going to be wary of banning the silencer in the third, fourth.
Wow. What a game 1 to start this day here, ladies and gentlemen. And the thing was as well, even though there's that 40k gold lead, it was still, it could, you know, there was this small chance of OG turning it around at the end, but overall, Newbie with the smarter game plan. And wow, game 1, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We're going to be back with game 2 right around the